Oh, I'm live. Okay, all right. Blue Bear, I see your message there. Happy Easter as well. And happy Easter to anybody watching right now. Welcome to another installment, as always, of Late Night Dino. But this is a pretty painful, nasty list. We're pinging, we're sweeping a lot of stuff. It's going to be a fun time. Definitely. It's been fun today, pretty much. Really seems to be one of the strongest. Well, I know I say that a lot, but one of the strongest variations, iterations, whatever you want to call it, that I've made in quite some time. You can see there's lots of sweeping going on, taking out the little creatures. Certainly has seemed to do the trick so far. A lot of those sacrifice decks, a lot of their creatures have 1 toughness, so we got a lot of things that deal 1 damage. Sometimes we can deal 2 potentially, staggered, which is always fantastic for something like Enrage, getting lots more value from that. But I do have something very special to show you guys. Going back to our chat yesterday about different games we play, I mentioned I played League of Legends, Cassiopeia. I'll show you guys the stats. I'll maybe wait a sec till more people join, but I got a picture of my current mastery on Cassiopeia. I haven't played her in probably, I don't know, months I would say. Oh, maybe a month or 2. But yeah, it's pretty, it's quite up there. If any of you guys play League of Legends, maybe try and guess, leave a comment what my total mastery points on Cassiopeia are. It's pretty high. It's pretty high, definitely. I played her a lot. But we'll get into the main idea of the list. I'm liking this Into the North Marauding Raptor here, so you can see I've cut Otepic Huntmaster, which I did shed some tears, definitely, but there is fantastic removal for creatures that cost 2, creatures that have 2 toughness, like Otepic Huntmaster, so yeah. Something like that, Blue Bear. I'll put it up for you and anybody else watching. So where is, no, that's not it. Definitely, I don't want to, well, it's not too bad, but I named it. There we go. At the moment, 332,058 points for mastery on her. And then my next 2 highest are Blitzcrank and Timo there at 15,000. So it's a one trick, yeah, definitely. Good stuff. But yeah, I think probably about 3,000 hours, something like that. 3,000 games, I think that's what I said, yeah. Yeah, it's about 3,000 over other accounts, so when I couldn't play Arena, of course, Arena didn't exist when League of Legends did, so this was my default. I lived in a small town, and I really just played League of Legends because I couldn't play Paper Magic too easily without traveling half an hour or something like that. So that's the reason that number is so high. Yeah, over 300,000, level 7. It's a good time. So I think I'm pretty excited to play some games with her at some point on this channel. I would like to keep everything together. Of course, I'll always continue to play dinos. I'm not like I'm giving that up, of course, never. But I think it would be nice, you know, adding something else. Definitely. Draco, if you're watching right now or later on, I saw your comment there. That was pretty fantastic. You would watch a stream of me watching paint dry, and maybe I'd somehow make it interesting or somewhat enjoyable. But no, definitely, like I mentioned in the reply, it's good to have a wide range of stuff, I think. So I think this will be a positive. Definitely, it's something clearly that I've enjoyed in the past. So yeah, should be good whenever I do that. Not sure entirely, but yeah, we'll get back to the main thing. Into the North, replacing Otepic Huntmaster, basically. It's stable ramp. It can grab a dual land with Highland Forest there. So just marauding and Into the North has felt like enough ramp, acceleration, whatever you want to call it. And then also in the 2 slot, Cinderclasm. Now that's there basically just to keep more of the cheaper creatures at bay. Also get a little bit more card draw with Ripjaw Raptor, but also trigger more enrage with Needletooth Raptor here. So say I have Marauding Raptor and I have 5 mana. So I want to cast Needletooth Raptor for 3. I'm left with 2 mana. 1 3-drop. I do have Rampaging in the side, but yeah, pretty much I'm hoping to jump from the 2-drop to the 4-drop. Both of these potentially helping me get to 4 mana, or, well, with the cost reduction, able to play Shifting Ceratops, Ripjaw Raptor, Forerunner of the Empire by turn 3. But not too many 3-drops to start with. That's Lead the Stampede is just in there to maybe get a little bit more draw. You look at the top 5 cards of your library, reveal any number of creature cards, which there is many, and I put them into my hand, all the creatures revealed. Yeah. Focused, hoping for marauding into the north, keeping those aggressive decks in check with Cinderclasm, get to the Forerunner on turn 3, 1 turn earlier hopefully, and then turn 4 play some Dino, maybe Ripjaw Raptor, Shifting Ceratops, Raging Swordtooth, potentially. So if I cast Raging Swordtooth, it would deal 1 damage to each other creature, but also Forerunner's out, so I'd be dealing 2 damage to everything while only playing 1 dinosaur. So that's pretty fantastic, because 2 damage, if you can get to deal that in 1 turn, that definitely takes things out. 1 damage is nice, but 2 damage really seems to bring the pain in a lot of cases. But yeah, Needletooth, that's been fantastic. I gotta go back to this card. Definitely. Whenever it's dealt damage, 5 damage to target creature and opponent controls. Multiple times today, I've cast this, taken something out, something big out. Death Shadow, actually, now that I think about it. Anybody that doesn't know, Death Shadow, 1 black for a 13/13, I believe. Has to do with minusing how much life you have. So it gets -X based on how much life you have left. And it's a 13/13. So if you have 5 life left, it comes down for an 8/8, which that's very big. Yes, I don't think I've ever actually talked about my PC I have. Yeah, no. Let me see. It's Intel i7 10th generation, a 3070 graphics card, NVIDIA 3070. I think something like that. It might be a 3080, I'm not sure, but with doing YouTube, I wanted a fantastic graphics card because that helps edit and finish videos a whole lot faster, basically 10 times as fast. If I want to export a video, I used to be sitting for half an hour just waiting, and now when I finish a video, cut it up, export it, it takes about 3-4 minutes, which is fantastic. I don't know, let me check 1 second. I think there's 4. There's 3 in the front, 1 big one in the back, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. No CD drive or anything, of course. See-through glass. I actually should take a picture. Yeah, definitely. I'll do that for you guys sometime. I'll post it up. Maybe a little desk streaming setup, all the different stuff I've used. I don't think I've ever actually shown anybody, so yeah, no, that'd be pretty easy to do. Yeah, I think it's 4 fans. It's hard to say. I never really look into it. I had one for about a decade, and I never opened it once in an entire decade. I still have it in another room in my house. It does light up. It was a pre-build. Basically, I had to go with a pre-build. Also because I just trusted it a little bit better than building it myself, which I did build my own computer before. But yeah, it's just a pre-built, and I had to do that to get that higher-end graphics card, the 3000 series or whatever they call it. Had to do that to get a 3070, 3080, something like that, just because the graphics cards were in such short supply. Yeah, they're getting better, but yeah, I splurged. I waited almost a decade to replace my computer, and last year I got a good one. Much better, much better. So definitely it's been doing the trick here. Oh, hopefully it lasts another decade like my previous one. But yeah, I did build the first one myself. It went pretty good. I mean, I must have done a good job if it lasted 10 years without any upgrades, nothing really crapping out. I mean, closer to the end it would kind of overheat, so I had to turn the heat register that's right in front of it closed just so it didn't get too hot. It seemed to not like that. The summer months, it was very rough in the summer months for it, but I made it work. Yeah, it was pretty good. Of course, I mean, with this list, Forerunner plus Commune with Dinosaurs, there is a pretty easy chance to see Galta, so that's why I cut her down to 1, just because Forerunner could potentially grab the queen, of course. And yeah, it's just all about getting some fantastic card draw with Ripjaw, pinging them with Raging, as well as Forerunner of the Empire, Cinderclasm. Oh yeah, no, definitely. I'll see what I can rustle up, but I think laptops do quite well. I had a laptop for quite some time myself, and it definitely did the trick. I don't think you have to go too crazy, as long as you're not maybe doing so much video editing. I think that's definitely a big reason why I got pretty higher end one, but laptops, well, that'd be perfectly reasonable. You can of course transport it easily everywhere, sit on the couch and all that stuff. So yeah, no, I'll see if I can scrounge something up. I may have bought this one from the States. I'm trying to think. I bought a couple things from the States, and they've all come pretty nicely. So of course, Blue Bear, with you being in the States, yeah, that would be I'm always good at hunting for things. That's something you guys might not know. If you have something on eBay or some random cookbook, all you know is the name, you're looking for a replacement for that old family cookbook, something like that, I bet I can find it. I'm pretty good at hunting for stuff. But yeah, we got all the Graveyard Hate, continuing on with things, Deathcourt Scavenger, and some Soul Guide Lanterns, so that's a pretty nice package. In the past, it's just been Deathcourt, but I still feel there's going to be lots of Graveyard Hate stuff, so got those two things. Rampaging Ferocidon, as always, Life Gain Hate, and I did mention about Needletooth Raptor. Mana base is, well, it's mostly all duals, so covered quite nicely, and the red and green sources very, very, very consistent. All right, I think it's time to jump in and hopefully hose some little creature decks. Man, it's just been lovely. Sacrifice decks, oh, this seems to eat them up. Even bigger things, Needletooth Raptor, just shooting them for 5 damage, like I was mentioning about Death Shadow or any other creatures that can get really big. Needletooth Raptor just smokes them, takes them out very nicely. Ooh, well, they did take 1 mulligan there. It's kind of nice seeing 2 Cinderclasms, just in case it is something very aggressive. I'm going to keep it. I feel pretty good about this. Oh, excuse me. Definitely Stomping Ground. Oh, it's Temur. I forget what it's called. Big Butts, I think it is. Or Toughness Matters. They make their defenders able to attack or deal combat damage equal to their toughness. Oh, 100%. I mean, I'd always recommend at least 3 or 4 Rampaging Ferocidon. Definitely. You could opt to start with Rampaging Ferocidon in the main, but as long as he's somewhere in the sideboard, you gotta have something, at least, to give you an edge against those decks. Definitely. Well, Stomping Ground again. Hopefully they don't play High Alert, I believe it is. There's a couple of cards that make creatures able to deal damage equal to their toughness or attack and deal damage equal to their toughness, but it's hard to say. It might not be that kind of deck. Oh, I see. Neoform. Well, okay, so I wish I had Stomping Ground untapped, but that's a little unfortunate. So it's this deck. I have not faced Neoform in quite some time, but man, that is rough. Well, I guess we're dead. I mean, Blue Pair, you said about those life gain decks, but I'll show it for you. Right, so Neoform has an additional cost to cast this spell. You sacrifice a creature. Search your library for a creature card with mana value equal to 1 plus the sacrifice creature's mana value. Put that card onto the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. Then shuffle. So they had... let me see. Well, I mean, we're just dead, unfortunately. But they cast Galvanic Iteration, so whenever they cast their next instant or sorcery spell, it's copied. And that means they could wait a following turn. So they cast Neoform for 2. Because it was their next instant or sorcery, it copies it. And they, with the first copy of Neoform, they cast Dualcaster Mage. When it enters the battlefield, they copy target instant or sorcery spell. So they copy the Neoform that hasn't been cast yet, and they just keep chaining that to get all these creatures here. It's very nasty stuff. Of course, I am dead, unfortunately. Well, potentially Anger of the Gods could be good. It's not instant speed, unfortunately, but possibly. We're going to have to do something nasty with all this stuff. Regisaur Alpha potentially could be good, but yeah, ouch. That's rough stuff. Cinderclasm sometimes can help, depending how they do their things, but with Galvanic Iteration, I don't have any counter spells for that, so we may just be dead here. Oh, definitely love the Cinderclasm. 2 lands, that's going to be pretty fantastic. Ripjaw Raptor, yeah, hopefully we can get that guy out. Kind of tempted to just go with Marauding, but play it safe with the land. Paradise Druid, wow. Now I could potentially get them here. They would have 4 mana next turn, and I think 4 mana is the break point for all the stuff that they want to do, so we'll see what happens. Possibly should have just killed Paradise Druid. I believe I have to kill it right now. Yeah, pretty sure. Oh. They do oftentimes have Pact of Negation, so... Well, that is going to do it. Ouch. Okay, well, that is not something I expected at all. But, I mean, you can see there how fantastic it did. Ooh boy. I'll go over that a little bit if you guys want, but you saw if they didn't have Pact of Negation, I would have been able to take out the Paradise Druid quite nicely, and they would have only had 1 mana left, and they wouldn't have had any creature to sacrifice with Neoform to get things going, so that may have slowed them down, but unfortunately, they had the fantastic Pact of Negation. Get that up there. So 0, I mean, that's one of the best counter spells, and just counter target spell. All they need, sometimes they have lethal, so it's never going to get to the beginning of their next upkeep. They have to pay 3 and 2 blue, which they wouldn't have been able to play, and they would have lost the game. That doesn't matter if it's never getting back to their turn anyways. All they have to do is protect the combo, and Pact of Negation certainly does that for 0. So, yeah, I can't remember the last time I faced this. Probably 3 months ago, 4 months ago, something like that. Oh, it's nasty stuff. Really not a whole lot I could do about that. Huh. I'm used to seeing it in best of 1, definitely, but maybe I start to see it a little bit more often. I don't think that's the case. Hopefully that was a one-off, because that was a pretty nasty one-off, but well, it's nice to see some different stuff once in a while. Certainly. Oh yeah, definitely. Lots of options. There is Magma Quake. For anybody that doesn't know, it's 2 red and X. It's an instant speed sweeper, so you sink as much mana into X as you want and just deal that much damage. Magma Quake, being an instant speed sweeper, would help big time against them if I could get it to deal 3 damage. So I would need to pay 2 for the red plus 3, so I would have to have 5 mana in total, and sometimes they go off sooner than that, but I believe Magma Quake is the only instant speed sweeper. I'm pretty sure. It's rough though. It's definitely rough. I just noticed facing a diamond. Oh boy, Sinful Killer. Gonna be something black related, perhaps? Okay, well, there it is, black. Definitely gonna get to that 3rd land, hoping this Marauding Raptor survives next turn, and then we can go either Ripjaw or Shifting Ceratops, but I have a feeling that Marauding Raptor may die. I think it's gonna be mono black. It is. Ooh. Alright. Well, cross the fingers. They don't have a fatal push. Good stuff. Good stuff. Would have probably seen Marauding Raptor die right there. So that's Grixis. Okay. Okay, good stuff. Now the question is, Forerunner of the Empire? I may not be able to go I'm going to try for Forerunner. That's what we come to see. This is the namesake of the deck tonight. Maybe future nights, but Forerunner definitely. I'm going to go with the Marauding Raptor just because there is the potential now that I could go with the first Marauding for 1 and then the Ripjaw for 2 green and just draw an insane amount of cards. Oh, this is not going to be good for the opponent. Hopefully. Oh my goodness. Nasty stuff coming out here. Oh. Oops. My bad. Right. I'm just gonna kill it. I mean, it's still a lot of damage, but a couple times today I have missed the damage addition of Forerunner plus Marauding Raptor. It does kill other Marauding Raptors that you play, so definitely something you want to keep in mind. Hopefully they don't have some sort of sweeper. Murderous Rider, not too bad. Okay, well that's still pretty bad. Nuts. Forerunner chipping away at him. Oh, okay, phew. I was going to be very sad. It was going to be unfortunate if I didn't get something else, but card draw. That's where it's at. Yeah, gotta be Ripjaw. Hope for that 5th land. Would be nice to go Regisaur Alpha next turn. Ooh, Galta, that is also nice. I probably want to kill somebody. I don't see... Ooh, Nicol Bolas. That could be kind of rough. Definitely, probably the Forerunner. I'll either go Shifting or Regisaur Alpha next turn, depending if I get a land. Shifting's going to be nice. If I could give it haste, I could swing past Nicol Bolas and Atris. Ooh. Well, definitely Commune to get the land for the turn. Snow covered, 100%. Right, let's pressure her a little bit. I don't think they'll want to block with Nicol Bolas. Okay. I do like taking them out. Hopefully they don't have a second copy, but it would be nice taking out Narset to start drawing some cards. Bedevil. That's a pretty fantastic removal there. 2 black and a red, destroy target artifact, creature, or planeswalker at instant speed. I'd just say it's probably a Grixis Control, so black, blue, and red. Sometimes it can be very painful for me, but Shifting Ceratops can do the trick, definitely. It's going to be fantastic coming up here, especially with Regisaur Alpha. We're going to take out Atris, dealing 2 damage with these 2 tokens. Well, with the token in Regisaur Alpha, I should say. They do unfortunately have another Narset Parter of the Veils. They likely would have played, but you never know. They may not play that Narset. They might opt for something else. Would be nice to see the Queen so early in the night. So hopefully at least Regisaur is surviving. Ooh, Murderous Rider. Oh my goodness, we got it. I don't have 2 left. No. Okay, well, you know what it's got to be. The queen. Yes, please. Bam. Oh. Good game, Blueberry. You said it. Alright, so you saw the potential pinging. Was a little bit of a hiccup there playing the Marauding Raptor. I should have opted to not ping the second Marauding Raptor that I played. Went down to 2. The other Marauding that I had out already, pinged it to kill it. But still got it done, so that was very fantastic. Now, anything we want to bring in against this? They do have lots of non-creature stuff in the graveyard, certainly. So Death Gorge would eat quite a bit. He would be able to stay quite well fed. But Needletooth Raptor, they do seem to have a decent amount of creatures with the zombie army tokens, Murderous Rider, Nicol Bolas, some flying stuff. So it seems like, yeah, they have quite a few creatures. Needletooth Raptor, that's going to be pretty fantastic. Cinderclasm as well, I think should do pretty good. Some of their stuff is cheap. What to cut? Yeah, 3 Raging Swordtooths. I think Needletooth Raptor is going to be quite a bit more important in here. I was thinking Soul Lantern. I don't think I'll need it. I don't think they do too much with the graveyard, hopefully. That's not the case. Hopefully I'm not caught out with nasty recursion or something they do there. So cross the fingers, I don't need Soul Guide Lantern. But that definitely looks like pretty fantastic start into the north. Turn 2, turn 4, probably Ripjaw Raptor. See if that changes though. Nah, I'm gonna try. See what Commune gets. Oh, Marauding Raptor. Should probably play it safe though. Get a land. They definitely have lots of removal. So I don't think Marauding Raptor would survive too easily. And it's not too bad having to send Marauding Raptor to the bottom. Not the end of the world, definitely. If I have a Forerunner out and say I draw a Marauding Raptor at a later turn, perfectly fine because that Marauding Raptor might help trigger Forerunner to deal 1 damage to everything. Hopefully they don't kill the Ripjaw here. Crossing my fingers they don't have anything for it. Ooh, they do nuts. Well, that Dreadhorde Butcher, that is going to be a bit of a headache. Two tall creatures, so I mean sometimes you just want to deal damage to opponent's creatures, but with the enraged stuff, yes, 1 damage to each creature. If it was kicked, it deals 2 damage to each creature instead. But I'm going to try for the Ripjaw again. Hopefully it survives and they don't have removal for it. If they do, it's going to be rough. %, unblock it. So if they want to kill it, I'm going to be drawing 2 cards from this interaction, which is absolutely fantastic. I like this. Oh, that was good. Thief of Sanity. I'm going to be killing that with Cinderclasm, 100%. Now I could go Needletooth Raptor for... Yeah, I'm going to go Needletooth Raptor. Then I can cast Cinderclasm for 2. It's going to ping the Needletooth. And then I'll just kill Thief of Sanity. We'll see if they want to use some removal on it. And then I'll respond with Cinderclasm if they try to get rid of it. Bam. Okay, we got him. Doesn't seem like they have any counter spells, anything like that. It didn't hold up any sort of priority, that sort of thing. Okay, well, that was a pretty nice interaction there. Kept them down quite well. I'm going to try for Commune, see what it gets. I'm still able to give Shifting Ceratops haste because, oh, Regis or Alpha though. I like that instead. Yeah. I'm just going to go with that. Going to be pretty crazy next turn. Hopefully, if I can get another land, I can go Ripjaw Raptor plus Shifting... Oh, well, no, that might work. Nah, not quite. Oh, Blue Bear, I mean, you just saw it right there. Yeah, they had to use their widespread brutality. It dealt... Oh, Grixis Control in 2. Okay. I think that's a pretty good example of the enraged stuff, pinging, killing things. I see and you see the flashes of brilliance there. I think that was pretty brilliant. Widespread brutality. They amassed 2, so they made a 2/2 zombie token, and they dealt damage equal to its power to each non-army creature. We had already killed the Thief of Sanity, so they did that, and they can't stop the damage, so we killed the token they made. So basically they paid 4 to kill one little creature. That's not the best. Definitely. Alright, wow. Okay, that was a good start. Definitely didn't expect to beat them in 2, but Needletooth Raptor there, that was, like you say, it was so good, Blue Bear. Maybe I should change the name to FORFUNNER or Win More, something like that. Oh, 100%, and going to the Jund variations with Rotting Regisaur, of course that's painful discarding cards, so not having Rotting Regisaur, just focusing on drawing cards all the time with Ripjaw. Hand is full. Sometimes today I have had to even discard cards because I've just drawn so much stuff. Oh, 100%. Oh, hey, speaking of Into the North, well, the 2/2 drops there, 100%. This is a hand I'm keeping, but like I mentioned, with it being stable ramp, you can't really destroy a land. Chances are the opponent doesn't have something that destroys the land, so yeah, I've definitely loved this card. It is a common, so if anybody wants to try it out, certainly quite easy to do that on Arena. It's lovely. Interesting though, facing a bunch of diamond. Huh. Oh, looks like it might be Niv Mizzet, I'm thinking. We're seeing 4 colors so far. So if we see green, I think definitely it's 5 color Niv Mizzet. Nah, I'm going to go into the north. Hopefully they don't counter it. Okay, good. I was a little bit worried there. But I felt, again, playing it safe, going into the north, because I feel they probably would have answered or done something to the Marauding Raptor. If things feel safe next turn, I can go the first Marauding Raptor for 2 and then the second one for 1, but we'll see. I could also go Cinderclasm now. I do have 3 mana, so I can kick it, adding that extra red and take out stuff with 2 toughness or less. So I got some nice options, but they're probably scratching their head. They're wondering, maybe I need to hold up mana for creatures to play. Okay, it's nice. They're fairly open. We'll see if they play a land for the turn, but feels pretty safe coming up next turn. Ooh, it's a Triumph, so they're completely tapped out. Or they will be, I think. Yes. Oh, another Marauding. This could get interesting if they leave both Marauding up, even if they kill one. It's not too bad, but could see a Deafening Clarion. Hopefully that's not the case. That's probably not something they expected to see 2 Marauding Raptors. I did actually go against Slivers probably a couple months back in one of the tournaments I joined. I have it on stream, actually. I was streaming at that time, I believe, and it was rough. I think I did take them down, but they're nasty. I think they do have enough support, though. Definitely. Oh, Lightning Helix, like I expected. Oh, there's the Forerunner. You know it and love it. Yeah, get the Ripjaw. And hope that Forerunner sticks around. Yeah, I think Slivers have enough support. They do some nasty, nasty stuff. Well, that is nasty. That might be it for us, actually. Saving grace is having that 3rd Marauding Raptor, which 5 Color Niv Mizzet, they got lots of removal, like Lightning Helix, which is fantastic. So if we don't draw another land next turn, that might be it. Ooh, another Marauding Raptor. Okay, is that the 4th? Oh my goodness. That does not happen often, seeing all 4 Marauding Raptors so early on. Yeah, that's going to be it, unfortunately. Especially with Niv Mizzet there having flying. Yeah, that's too bad. Now, let's see. 5 Color Niv Mizzet. Certainly Needletooth Raptor. I mean, when it's pinged, it deals 5 damage. So, Needletooth would quite nicely take out the Territorial Cavu, since it only goes up to 5. So that's going to be a pretty fantastic pairing right there. Oh yeah, definitely this 5 Color Niv Mizzet. They've got a lot of the Triome lands, so adding 3 different colors definitely helps increase consistency. With the new 3 color lands coming from Streets of New Capenna, that's going to increase the consistency of this deck even further. So I think we'll probably be seeing this quite a bit more. But yeah, with the Ketria Triome, they all have dual lands, so of course it's going to be very intensive on the wild cards. If you don't have a lot of these lands, might be pretty tough to build. And I think most of the cards in the deck in general are rares and mythics, so yeah, it is rough, definitely. Cinderclasm not probably doing a whole lot. Although extra pings from Needletooth, I do like that. Yeah, I'll take out almost all the Cinderclasm. Okay. But yeah, definitely adding a 3rd color into a lot of decks. Sometimes it can be rough. Definitely can take lots of tweaking. I know in the past when I've added some non-dinosaur spells in white or black, that sort of thing, it's been awkward, definitely. But I really couldn't ask for a much better hand. 3 lands, hopefully. It's going to lead to Forerunner of the Empire on turn 3. Got to be Rootbound Crag turn 1 because Lair of the Hydra has to be turn 2. And I need a guaranteed source of red for turn 2, so it's got to be Rootbound Crag. Ooh, Stomping Ground, okay. Oh, definitely. I'm going to be playing a lot more Jund and Naya dinos with the new lands. That's 100%. Other than Tropiary Stomper. Vanishing Verse. Our chances are vanishing right about now, you could say. Right, Lair of the Hydra chipping away for 1. Hey, we're winning. 1 damage is not nothing. It might make all the difference. I could get that. Oh, man, that is just nasty, nasty stuff. The Cavu. going up so high, so quick. I'm going to try for the Forerunner. Crossing my fingers they don't get rid of it. Nah, a Ripjaw. I like the card draw. But if he's still alive, of course I'm going to go Needletooth, hopefully. Take out the Territorial Kavu there. Oh. I think they're getting rid of the Needletooth. Oh, they did not. Interesting. Well, they still might get rid of Forerunner. Oh, what? That's not nice. They're getting rid of Needletooth, 100%. Oh. Darn. Well, that's not something I expected. Back-to-back thought seizes. We'll still stay positive. I mean, only down to 15 so far. Draw some cards. That's always good stuff. I'll see if I can double block, take out the Territorial Kavu. Hopefully they don't play a second. I almost thought there was a second one. That'd be pretty nasty. Oh yeah, definitely. 3 thought seizes. Oh, okay. You know what that calls for? The Crying Dino, 100%. But this Commune with Dinosaurs. Well, it's not. That's got to be Ripjaw. I want to draw 2 cards coming up here. Now that's fantastic. I've already used 3 thought seizes, which is just insane, I think. Pressure them with this Ripjaw. If they wanted to block, we would trade because Territorial Kavu has been knocked down. Okay. I'm happy to draw a 3rd card for the turn. I mean, Blue Bear, that's what you were saying. Ripjaw is so fantastic. And got Needletooth Raptor, another copy. So, see if they play a big creature. It's going to be good. Oh, cheering. Oh, okay. So, speaking of, well, this, we're going to be able to take out Niv Mizzet. So, when I cast Needletooth Raptor, it's going to ping everything from Forerunner for 1, plus the 5 damage from Needletooth. Pew. Dead. Oh, that is... Man, that is good eyes. Whew. Oh, even with the 3 Thoughtseize, you can see how quickly things got back. It was lovely stuff. Of course, it still could be over. Could be very nasty. We're down to 11, so we really want to continue to chip away if we can. If they play the Territorial Kavu and they don't kill the Needletooth, we're just going to kill it anyways next turn, either with Cinderclasm or the Ripjaw Raptor. And I know the card draw is just nuts. I'm thinking I should have tried this list variation back at some point. Of course, I was a little worried with Forerunner. It does need setup, so it is a little bit slower, and I do like to go as fast as possible. Usually. You know what? I'm just going to go double Forerunner. I know. That's crazy stuff. Now let's get Reducer Alpha. Hasty. Speed. That's the name of the game. You gotta do something quick. Probably kill the Needletooth with Lightning Helix, then play the Territorial Kavu. Oh, interesting. So they have something else for the Needletooth, I think. Oh. Okay. Let's see, we got 5. Yeah, Register Alpha. Hopefully they don't kill it or counter it. Hopefully I didn't jinx myself. Now that's alright, we still got the token. Be able to take out hopefully something still with the Needle Tooth, pinging it with Cinderclasm there. Then they'll go with Territorial. Okay. I mean, the card draw is nasty, but that was also quite nasty. Yeah, I'll go with Ripjaw. I still got 2 up, so I could potentially cast Cinderclasm to deal 1 damage to Territorial Kavu, bring it down to 4 toughness temporarily, and get an extra card draw and take it out. So that's what I want to be doing. Oh, well, okay. That is going to do it. Nasty, nasty stuff. Yeah, I did see Lair of the Hydra, but 5 Color Niv Mizzet, they have a lot of removal. And as you saw there, they got rid of the only creature we had. We are at 5 life. Territorial Kavu had 5 power. And yeah, just couldn't make it happen. Only had 2 lands, so Lair of the Hydra would have been tapped. If I had 3 lands, I would have been able to make Lair of the Hydra a 1/1 creature and have it stay untapped, blocking that Territorial Kavu. But yeah, that was nasty stuff. But again, you did see the potential of drawing lots of cards, refilling from 3 Thought Seizes, which I think if maybe they only had 2 of those Thought Seizes, things might have gone a little bit differently. But yeah, they did some fantastic stuff there. Ooh. It's a lot of lands. Probably too many lands, but there's Lair of the Hydra, so that would provide some early aggression if I keep drawing lands. Yeah, I'm going to keep with that. Turn 1, Highland Forest. That looks pretty good. If it's a lot of small stuff, of course it is nice seeing Raging Swordtooth. Oh yeah, definitely nice to see. A lot of back and forth, definitely. A lot of nasty removal from that deck. Maybe they're AFK something. Maybe they have bad internet like I used to have. And actually going back to that point, that's why I didn't play a lot of ranked League of Legends. I would have loved to, but my internet connection just was not good going back to 2011, 2012. Yeah, it would not cut it for ranked. Not really so much even for normal games, but that's probably the big reason why I just didn't play a whole lot of ranked. My connection was rubber banding, bouncing all around. It was a rough time. Ooh, Commune. Okay. I'm going to see if Commune might get Marauding Raptor, perhaps. Oh, it's looking like a Jeskai Magma Opus. Okay, Marauding. But they could be casting Magma Opus next turn, which that's going to be rough. Portable Home. That's also not so great. Alright, Lair of the Hydra. Let's go. Oh. Well, that's kind of painful. I should have maybe expected something from that, but I was just wanting to get some damage on him. Ouch. playing on a 7-year-old laptop, that I imagine could be rough. Yeah, definitely. So similar reasons to why I never really played rank, but the ping 300, I have seen ping that high. I think now with my connection, the ping is maybe 25, 20 sometimes. Sometimes it's in the high teens, which, oh, I love that. It's fantastic. Man, it's just the best. Anyone who's experienced lag, if you have nice, consistent, super low ping, whatever game you're playing, yeah, that's where it's at. Hopefully they don't have a sweeper. I definitely want these two bodies on the ground and maybe applying some nice pressure next turn. Oh, Regisaur Alpha. Don't counter it. Hopefully they don't have Settle the Wreckage. I don't think they'll have Settle the Wreckage. At least not game 1. Oh. Oh no. I jinxed myself. I jinxed myself. Yes, I did. Well, at least I get 2 lands. I could have potentially got 3 because they exiled 3 things. Yeah. Okay. Well, this is going to be an uphill battle. All the games, really. Now that I know I have to play around Settle the Wreckage. Oh yes, when it rained, it skyrocketed. Whenever there was wind, it would skyrocket for me big time. Oh, double lightning helix. Okay, well, I'm gonna at least take out these 2 shark tokens. Yeah, that's gonna be something. Hopefully they don't have a counter spell for this. Would love to see Shifting Ceratops right about now. So hopefully Commune gets that. That's not shifting, but it is a body. Any body. Ooh, Teferi, yeah. That is going to do it. Definitely with Teferi there. Yeah, Galta definitely would have if things went our way a little bit more. But seeing Magma Opus, so whenever I see this or whenever anybody sees this, if you're playing against it, you want to be a little worried about Mizzet's Mastery, which is going to allow them to cast Magma Opus for 3 in a red from the graveyard. So, I mean, for half the price. So it's something to consider. So I definitely want the graveyard interaction to make sure I get the Magma Opus out of there. I don't have to see any shenanigans with them casting, well, anything from the graveyard. So definitely Soul Guide, Death Gorge. Probably don't need Raging Swordtooth. They don't have a whole lot of creatures. Of course, they could have those shark tokens, Shark Typhoon, that sort of thing. Cinderclasm, probably don't need that either. All right. Hopefully we see the Queen. Maybe the Queen brings the pain against this Jeskai here. But it's always going to be uphill. So the Soul Guide Lanterns and the Death Gorge, definitely going to prioritize that. Ooh. Well, it doesn't have Death Gorge or Soul Guide Lantern, but it's got that fantastic turn 2 into the north. Nice stable ramp leading, hopefully, to Forerunner on turn 3. Would be lovely. Whoopee. I'm all out of rhymes. They're definitely going to prioritize those sweepers, though, seeing that it is dinosaurs focused on lots of creatures. And okay, yeah, definitely I'll keep that in mind. Certainly I'll try out and play Wild Rift again if they do add Cassiopeia. I did try Blitzcrank a little bit there, but I think it's a little bit too different from original League of Legends. If it is the only way to get your fix of League, definitely is pretty close enough, I think. Almost the same, but 100% if they do add Cassiopeia, I'm going back to Wild Rift a little bit off and on. Still always playing dinos here, of course. They're really thinking about this. They're really worried or something. I don't know. I need the Jeopardy theme song. I don't want to get copyright strike though and my stream get taken down. That might not happen just because there's not a whole lot of people watching yet, but you never know. YouTube can be kind of wacky sometimes. Interesting, just running down the clock there. Maybe they went away, or they just don't want to face them, or they assume I'm just going to automatically quit just because of what I faced, and they're used to instant concedes from decks that have a lot of creatures, so perhaps they're just waiting on that, hopefully. But I'm not going to do that. Oh, good stuff, good stuff. I do remember Evelyn way back when. She wasn't nearly as good as she is now with all the changes, and the changes to Dr. Mundo. Definitely, that's some pretty interesting stuff. Twisted Fate and Brand, that is... Oh, okay. Well. I will take it. Oh, they just knew they were going to lose the next two games because dinos are that good. And they walked away. They got up. Just walked away. Okay, I'll take it. Any win's a good win, especially against a deck where I'm not really favored to win with all those sweepers and Magma Opus. Yeah, free wins, that's where it's at. It's going to happen to everybody at some point. All right. Hopefully continue the streak. Maybe it's not a free win, but bring the pain with all those pinging and card draw from Ripjaw. Robert and SM. Ooh. Now this actually could potentially be pretty good. Turn 1 Commune off of Lair of the Hydra. Get the second land. Have it for Into the North on turn 2. Oh, I'm going to risk this. This is very risky. I've done some hands like this before. Only if I do have Commune, and it can hopefully grab that second land just to lock it in. Ooh, well, that risk doesn't seem to have paid off. Yikes. Yikes. Ooh, well, that's how it goes sometimes. Oh, well, eventually I'm going to play something. Ouch. Another Grixis Control, so the blue, black, red. Well, I mean, one day I'll get another land. If they have all removal, kill spells, that sort of thing. Can't kill stuff that isn't on the battlefield. So, might have a Thoughtseize. That's... Ooh. We got 4 colors here. That's very interesting. Well, I mean, it's the next land. It's not exactly the land I would have wanted to see, but all lands are no lands. Sometimes it happens. It happens to everybody. Definitely. Usually Commune works out pretty good, at least digging 5 deep to grab some land. That should hopefully have been on top, but yeah, that didn't happen. It's interesting though. We see an Anger of the Gods, so that's we're gonna have to keep that in mind. They exiled that, didn't play it, nothing to get rid of. So alright, into the north, number 1. Probably a pretty low chance we're gonna be winning this one, but definitely seeing the sweeper there. Oh, it's another Niv Mizzet. Oh, it's all about the Niv Mizzet tonight. Well, I'm definitely not winning this one. Just seeing them, they're so far ahead. I really didn't do anything. Yeah. Needletooth Raptor though, like before, facing this 5-color Niv Mizzet, killing them, doing all that stuff, usually does the trick, so... Cinderclasm can be nice, but Needletooth, that's going to be extra nice. Don't think it can be much worse of a start than the previous game, so that's a positive. Ooh, that's kind of about the same. Ah, it's worse, but I'm not going to risk it again. It's kind of clunky. 2 Highland Forest. Currently, it seems like I won't have 2 mana on turn 2 for Marauding Raptor, but I'll make it work. Nah, Raging Swordtooth. Keep it as low as possible. Hopefully I can go both Ripjaw and Shifting Ceratops eventually. Oh, definitely 100%. You can get some pretty interesting skins for free starting out, and when you rank up for champions, yeah, you do get skins, so I can definitely see that pushing somebody in the direction of using certain champions. Some of the skins, I mean, they've definitely leveled up their skin get. Oh, that's an Anger. That's not good. Well, at least, you know, I got the 4th land. That would have been very rough if I hadn't at least got that. Anger of the Gods can't kill Shifting Ceratops. Yeah, the skins when they started out in League of Legends, way back when, 2009, 2010, the quality, that was rough. Oh, doubling up on the Lightning Helix. That isn't something you see every day. Hopefully shifting is safe for at least a turn. Oh, okay, okay, this is good. Alright, so seems like they don't have any instant speed removal for Shifting Ceratops at least. So that is making me feel a little bit better at the moment. Could have a board ripe, Wrath, something like that. Hopefully they have a bunch of Anger of the Gods, and they're just stuck with that in hand and not doing a whole lot for them. we might potentially have them, especially if we get another Shifting Ceratops. That would lock things up quite nicely. Vanishing Burst, though, that is going to be painful. Yes, I did spend quite a bit of money myself on skins. Not a whole lot, but it is pretty sweet collecting them all. I think I opened a fair bit of them free, or I would get them whenever they were on sale. Usually when they were on sale. It was always interesting waiting, hoping for that favorite one. Sometimes it would take months, maybe even a year to see it on sale. And well, yeah, that might do it for us again against 5 Color Niv Mizzet. Yep. Yeah, that's going to do it. Not a whole lot coming back from that. We'll take 6 next turn with Niv Mizzet. They'll play the Territorial Kavu. Teferi is always just going to be there, hurting stuff. Lightning Helix, of course, is always rough. I know it's mine go. Okay. Well, a little bit hit or miss. You have seen the potential of pinging, lots of card draw, pretty nice stuff tonight, definitely. Okay. At least one more. Yeah, I got time for that. Hopefully we take down a Niv Mizzet, but facing it twice, plus a lot of interesting decks tonight. A lot of control. I guess you could kind of say 5 Color Niv Mizzet is a control deck. They certainly have lots of removal, lots of answers for the smaller creatures at least. That was very, very painful seeing both Marauding Raptors die. Potentially, I could have held one back just to at least have something, anticipating a little bit better the possibility of them having a sweeper. I can make this work. Double, Lair of the Hydra. Pretty exciting stuff. Recently, probably yesterday, I redeemed for a second copy of it, and well, hey, still allows me to go into the north here, get that third land. It's looking like, ooh, life game. Alright, Rampaging Ferocidon. I'm not starting out with it, so this probably is going to be very rough. Yeah, hopefully it's going to be pretty helpful. Maybe not so much this game here, just because I don't even have the potential of Rampaging Ferocidon to help shut down this life gain. So they may just get out of control this turn specifically. Oh, it's the Scurry Oak. Okay, well, that's going to do it. I'll see though, you never know. Might be able to make something happen. Hopefully Forerunner can do something here. Alright. Hope they don't have Heliod the Sun Crowned. If they do, we die. Well, Skyclave Apparition. That's going to certainly shut down any chances we really had. Would have been nice next turn. Taking out the Scurry Oak, potentially, plus the Soul Warden. Raging Sword Tooth would have dealt 1 damage to each creature, and then Forerunner itself would have also dealt 1 damage, so would have been able to take out stuff with 2 toughness, something like Skyclave Apparition, but unfortunately it was coming down, taking out Forerunner, and bad things would have continued to happen. Definitely nasty stuff, but rampaging, 100%. Needle Tooth, yeah. Take out more things. I like the sounds of that. Gonna cut Shifting Ceratops just because, I mean, we have a fantastic, important body with rampaging and have to make room somewhere. Alrighty. Yeah, 100% prioritizing that rampaging Ferocidon. That's where it's at. Ooh, okay, we got it. We got it. Good stuff, good stuff. We have 2 sources of reds and only have 1 copy of Cinderplasm, so that is actually quite nice. I'm actually going to have that 2 up and probably take out Soul Warden. I don't think so. Alrighty. Cross your fingers they don't have Skyclave Apparition to deal with rampaging here. Alright, good. Yep, definitely Forerunner. Hopefully next turn Ripjaw Raptor. That'd be lovely. But potential for Raging Swordtooth just in case they take out the rampaging with some sort of removal. Hopefully that's not the case though. Yeah, I'm gonna just take out Trillarasa and everything else. That doesn't make sense at all because they're not gaining life. So we just kill it. I think we got him. Oh. Okay, you saw it there. The importance of rampaging Ferocidon. Man, that worked out quite nicely. And stopping, killing the Soul Warden while Trillarasa was on the stack, so she didn't go up to 3. We wouldn't have taken her out with that interaction there. Yes, Dylan, you like that combo? Glad you enjoyed it. It worked out quite nicely. Rampaging Ferocidon does the trick. Lots of different pings. I think, certainly, Raging Swordtooth paired with Forerunner to deal 2 total damage, but staggered, as always, with Enraged Dinos. Yeah, it's good stuff. This is not Rampaging Ferocidon, but it is so lovely, so tempting. Lots of 2-drops. Ripjaw. I feel like I almost have to mulligan at least once to see Rampaging Ferocidon. I'm going to keep it though. I see the opponent's taking 1 mulligan. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me, but at the very least, you saw that 1 game and we brought the pain. Oh. It's got to be Highland Forest though, turn 1. Would have been nice Commune to dig for the rampaging. Nuts, Voice of the Blessed. I would have loved to stop that. This might not be good. Let's see. I could hold the 2 back for Cinderplasm to potentially kill the Soul Warden there. They're likely going to be playing more creatures, so stopping some of that life gain possibly could be good. Voice of the Blessed is going to go to 4 if I cast Marauding Raptor. I'll play it safe. I'll go into the north. Either way, though, not having that rampaging, it's rough stuff. Hopefully this Commune can grab it. Ooh, that's not rampaging either. Well, Marauding, that might be it though, unfortunately. Especially with Voice of the Blessed and Polyraptor being as high as they are. Ooh, the Scurry Oak, yeah. Yep, that's going to do it, definitely. 100%. Very rough to now face down a 6/6 Flying Vigilance. Actually go back to that for anybody that hasn't seen Voice of the Blessed too much. 2 white for a 2/2. If you gain life, whenever you gain life, you put a counter on it. As long as it has 4 or more counters, it has Flying and Vigilance. If it has 10 or more, it has Indestructible, which, I mean, game's probably over by that point. Oh, I call her Polyraptor. That's a lot more S's than are in her name. I know it's only 1 there, but yeah, I've always just said Polyraptor, knowing that's completely wrong, but or Polyraptor, something like that. Not even pronouncing the L there. Yeah, life gain. Haven't faced Selesnya Scurry Oak life gain in too long. Sometimes, some nights I was facing it back to back for quite some time, so I was packing even more life gain hate, but it was a pretty good variety tonight, definitely, facing some 5 Color Niv Mizzet. Haven't seen that in quite some time, and just a lot of interesting decks in general, so hopefully you guys enjoyed. I enjoyed myself, and again, I'll maybe add in some other games I play, League of Legends, stuff like that. There's always room for improvement, even adding more things, but don't worry. I like dinos, you guys enjoy dinos, so they're not going anywhere, ever. Pablo, yes, definitely. Dino stream still growing. I don't think I've hit my all-time concurrent viewer record quite yet, which is 11, but they'll continue to grow. Dinos expanding into other games, but never leaving dinos behind. Always playing dinos sometimes during the week. I still haven't decided completely if I'm going to add some more games, but yeah. Once a night, play some Cassiopeia. Oh, that is true. I guess I could play some Magic and some League of Legends all in the same night, so you still get the dinos, the League. Perhaps I could play League of Legends and Arena at the same time. That'd be pretty crazy. I don't know how I'd do that. Maybe I'd have to play Arena with my feet, because League of Legends is a little more skill-intensive, moving around, but League of Legends and Arena at the same time. Yeah. Interesting stuff. But thanks for watching, everybody. Blue Bear, Pablo, Dylan. Pretty good night. Saw some nice stuff. So hopefully you all have a good night, a good morning, whatever time it is when you're watching. Yes, as always. Definitely. Blessing to talk to you as well, Blue Bear, and everyone else watching, commenting. I'll see you guys next time. Should be tomorrow, likely, but happy Easter as well for anybody that celebrates that holiday, and have a good one. See ya.